Welcome back to Have You Seen That Film? I am your host, Dylan Lloyd, and today we're going to be discussing the film Forget Paris. Forget Paris was directed, written, and starred Billy Crystal, and tells the story of how he fell in love with his wife, played by Debra Winger, but it's told from how they met to where they are at that present moment by all of his friends. His best friend is about to be getting married, and he's having his fiancée meet all of his friends that evening, and so he decides to tell the story of how Billy Crystal and Debra Winger met, and then throughout the rest of the evening while they're waiting for everyone to arrive, every couple arrives and they continue to tell more of the story to leading us up to present day. So it tells us about all their ups, all their downs, from the first moment they met, which was at an airport when Billy Crystal's dead father got lost because he was flying him back to Paris where he wanted to be buried with all of his war buddies, to the last moments of when they left each other because things just weren't working out. And so we as the viewers get to see the whole story play out before us, which I thought was a creative way for a romantic comedy. And without giving it away, the gang at the restaurant is sitting around with no idea if we will see this couple together or not. And that is Forget Paris. Forget Paris. To be perfectly honest, I was a little disappointed with it. I was very excited to watch it. I love Billy Crystal. I think he's very funny. I enjoy When Harry Met Sally and City Slickers and Monsters, Inc. And I really like Debra Winger. I've actually only ever seen her in one thing besides Forget Paris, and that's Legal Eagles. Or Legal Eagle, but I was very excited to watch this movie. From the trailers, it looked promising, it looked fun, and it was fun. There was some moments that made me laugh. Again, I thought it was very creative, the whole let's tell you a love story, but from the beginning to the present moment. So we were starting with the beginning, rather than when we see the love story of how they met, and then it ends with them being in love, and yay, we see them fall in love, get married, and their journeys of the relationship. So that was very creative, and I enjoyed that aspect of it. I don't know, maybe it was partly due because I watched this like 2 or 3 days after I just rewatched When Harry Met Sally, and I love When Harry Met Sally, and then I watched this for the very first time, so I had this When Harry Met Sally was still in the back of my mind, and because I just recently watched it and then just watched this, there was no comparison. I mean, When Harry Met Sally was so much better, so much better. And that's not to say that this film doesn't have some great aspects to it. As I mentioned, I love the creative storytelling. I love both the leads. I think both actors are phenomenal, and they even had some great moments together. And I think I just think that this movie wasn't as funny as I was expecting it to be, and wasn't quite as charming as I was expecting it to be. My wife and I, after viewing it, were both kind of like, we watched it. It's not one that we're gonna probably ever watch again. And it's not one that, it's a sign of a good movie for both of us if we're both like, yeah, we need to own that. Even in this day of age of streaming, like, yes, we want to have that, because we want to be able to watch it if a streaming service removes it, yada, yada, yada. And that's just not how we felt after this one. So, yeah, not Billy Crystal's best. I was expecting more from him, seeing as he directed, he wrote the script, and he starred in the film. But it wasn't meant to be, I guess. You can't win them all, as people say. But again, not a total waste of time, just not just not his best. A fun fact about this movie is this came out around the same, or this and the film French Kiss, which stars Meg Ryan and Kevin Kline. So Harry and Sally were essentially competing against each other at the box office, or were coming out around the same time. And Billy Crystal actually demanded not demanded, but he didn't want the title of French Kiss. I think it was going to be called I Love Paris or something like that, and he didn't want that title to be part of it because he didn't want people to get confused with his movie, and so they changed the title to French Kiss, which I think French Kiss is a much better title for the film itself, but I wouldn't have been confused by either of them. I think French Kiss is superior to this, but that's a different opinion or different conversation. So anyways, thanks for watching today. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you leave a comment, that you thumbs this up, and if you liked the movie, tell me why you liked it. Maybe I can get a different perspective. And if you agree with me, let me know. Thanks for watching. That's a wrap.